Here we go. Everything you missed in the Song of the Welkin Moon teaser from Genshin Impact. Listen, we watched this. Well, I watched this morning when I was half awake, so there's likely things that I have 100% missed, obviously. But it seemed pretty straightforward and just like a lot of hype when I saw it before. So let's see what Captain Blue Hat has to say, and we'll delve into this.
Wish to hear a story of the moon?
Yeah.
That tale begins long, long ago.
Yeah, the one speaking is Nicole Rain, the mage codename N of the Hexen Circle. Bro, listen, I just said this to Twitch chat and Kick chat, but not to YouTube. Guys, if you're watching this, I prefer Nicole's design to Alice's, and I never thought I would. But she just looks so good. She looks so good to me, dude. Also known as the guide who will never get lost. She's a prophetess who studies Teyvat's direction and order. Bro, these wings, she literally looks like a crystal fly, bro. Majestic. She's known to speak directly into people's minds without their permission. Her eyes as well, bro. Her eyes kind of remind me a little bit like the pupils of Dane. Like, slightly. Look at those crystal fly wings. However, this is due to her physical inability to speak. That is to say, she's a mute. Yeah. According to NPC Wolfie, she also has messy handwriting due to lack of practice. The reason for all of this is likely due to the species that Nicole is originally from. Gotta be angels, right? Gotta be. Nicole transformed into a human after witnessing the self-destruction of her species. Yeah, you really would assume so. Skirk wonders if Nicole's transformation was an upgrade for her or a downgrade. I think that part specifically is going to be pretty open to interpretation, especially considering the Natlan world quest with the dragons, where we found out that basically we evolved from dragons, right? And that's kind of up in the air in terms of Genshin Impact lore within the nations themselves. Like, a lot of people are like, no, humans are a devolution of dragon, but humans are an evolution of dragon. Like, it's a very weird thing. So there's a chance that Nicole might be an alien like Skirk from another world or some ancient life form of Teyvat. True. The Traveler first heard Nicole speaking into their mind at the Archon Questing version of Genesis. By the way, remember this design for, not the Wanderer, but the Balladeer, because I guarantee a lot of y'all missed a very, very subtle detail in this trailer, which I'm sure Cat with Blue Hat will go over. Nicole can detect when a change occurs in the world. At the time, she detected the change caused by Scaramouche removing himself from the Irminsul. Is he really removed, though, is the question at this point. And in Fontaine Archon Quest, she helped the Traveler understand the nature of Fontaine's prophecy. Indeed, she did. In the teaser, we see her with two glowing wings. While at the same time, the crown on her head also glows. I actually didn't notice that. I'll keep it a buck. I didn't even notice she had a crown. Perhaps she's one of the surviving angels or Seelies from the past, maybe from Hyperborea. That would make sense and be awesome. She also has star-shaped pupils, which look similar to Carmrian's. I'm telling you, bro. A Carmrian Seelie descender? That'd be so fucking insane. Not descender, descendant. But perhaps her pupils are more ancient and similar to the Voyager, who is also described to have star-shaped pupils. Which might make her one of the Seelie or ancestors of all Carmrians. That'd be so sick, bro. I'm telling you. I think this is a theory that Min's had for a very long time. I'm pretty sure.
Mister! Nefa's starting her story already.
Yeah, this is Aina, and we've seen it before in the version 5.8 trailer. Is it just me, or have Genshin been releasing, like, banger after banger when it comes to trailer recently, dude? Or, like, animation and stuff? I feel like it's been back to back to back. It's barely been a week since the freaking last thing, dude. She's a genius mechanic and inventor from Nodcry who likely created or fixed a Nefa. Yeah, I think probably fixed. There's also a high chance that she's the owner of the Clink Clank Krumkake craft shop of Nasha Town. Jesus. She seems to have some sort of mechanical tail in this scene. Ah, true. Why does that look like a whistle at the end, bro? Interesting. Maybe it is just made up of, like, random ass parts that they found or something. It kind of makes sense with the name. I don't know, actually. Clink Clank Krumkake craft shop or workshop kind of makes me think of, like, a Bits and Bobs workshop or something. Since we see Nefa in this scene, this room is likely part of the same craft shop. It's beautiful. Very nice interior. I like it a lot. Hell yeah. And it looks like it's also a gathering place for at least 6 characters we saw in this teaser. Indeed it does.
Thanks for the heads up.
Thanks for the heads up. This is Varka, the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius of Mondstadt. How we feeling about this, gamers? How we feeling about Varka's design? Keep it a bulk with me. This is the first thing he'd done this stream besides talk. You missed like 30 seconds. Wait, what do you mean I missed like 30 seconds? Of what? or me or someone else. I don't know. Oh, someone else. I was very confused. It's sad it's not chibi. I am also kind of sad it's not chibi. But male design done right. His face is amazing. I will keep it a buck. If the in-game model looks like this, I would be pretty fucking happy. I'm waiting for the day though, bro. Can you imagine he gets Ito treatment, Ito arms? Oh my god, it'd be low-key hilarious. But I think he looks pretty good. I do. I think I really, really like the design. He looks like Buff Aventurine, even more so now, tenfold. He also uses the fucking Wolf's Gravestone. This is literally a character that was created for me, I feel like, bro. I am very excited for Varka. However, I do have an R5 Wolf's Gravestone, so I could use it on him. However, I would have liked a beard, bro, but that's just asking too much at this point. It's asking too much. It's asking a little too much. He seems to be on the roof of the same building whose room we saw before. If you look really, really closely, you can spot his vision. Yeah. Also looks like it might be a silver vision. It's an animal vision, same as the acting Grandmaster of the Knights. Yes, indeed it is. The huge sword in his hand is exactly what you think. It's the Wolf's Gravestone. I have still... After 4 years plus, I have never pulled a Wolf's Gravestone from the weapon banner by losing my 50-50 or whatever you want to call it, or the standard banner. All 6, and my only 6 Wolf's Gravestones have all been from the Chronicled Wish banner that one time. It is insanity, dude. It was given to him by the Wolf of the North, Andreas, who also gave him the title of the Knight of Boreas. So there's a very high chance that he will be an Animal Claymore DPS character in the future. Yeah, 100%. I'm looking at all these characters, bro, and I'm like, none of these look like they're going to be a Hydro Claymore. So, Hoyoverse when? Because, like, being realistic right now, bro, I think it's the only element and weapon combo we have never got in the game. Why? Why is there still no Hydro Claymore? Maybe Ino. If Ino's the first Hydro Claymore, I will... honestly be disappointed. Oh god, don't speak that into existence, bro. Maybe Dottore. Oh god, we'll see. Called the Titan of the Knights of Favonius by Tartaglia, Varka is one of the strongest people from Mondstadt. He's the one who... Jesus Christ, bro. He's the one who brought Rosaria to Mondstadt so she could redeem herself. Redeemed. Honestly redeemed. I get it. He accepted Eula into the Knights despite opposition and taught Razor how to use a claymore. He also knows Venti's identity and asked him to mediate an agreement with the Hexen Circle in Deedly Doodly. He once journeyed to Natlan to fight Marwika, but somehow ended up fighting her in a drinking contest. I would love to see that in, like, an animated thing, by the way. Maybe when we finally get the Genshin anime in, like, what are we on now? 2025? So, let me actually work this out based on the insider information that I've been given a couple of times. So, we heard about it, and then it's been a couple of years. We had a couple of updates. That's a lie. We haven't had a single update, I don't think. But Demon Slayer is still going on, and then Tanjiro is voiced by the same voice actor as Ether, and then we have this. 2036. If we're lucky. But we'll see. He also met with Capitano on his way to Nod Cry, while Capitano headed to Natlan at the time. Indeed. Barbara and Jean's father, Seamus Pegg, as well as Toma's mother, Ulrich, are part of his expedition team. Bro, imagine we finally get to meet Toma's mama. Based on his appearance, it seems like his previously hinted age of 30 to 40 does fit him. Yeah, but at the same time, it's, bro, there ain't a wrinkle in sight, bro. Just a scar and bushy eyebrow. He dyes his hair, clearly, but god damn. He has a very carefree personality and is known to be Venti's drinking buddy. I want to see them get absolutely fucking hammered together. Right. I never knew this. I never noticed this because I didn't use subtitles, but it does say I came here for the moon, and in parentheses, Mondstadt next to it. I came here for Mondstadt. Interesting. Interesting. Mondstadt itself means Moon City, so it looks like we're finally going to learn about Mondstadt's connection with the moon. Indeedly doodly. If you didn't know, the wolves of Mondstadt have always had a deep connection to moon. Yeah, because they howl at it, right? Like that one song. Probably. Boreas, Andreas, has always had powers of cryo, which he got from an unknown god in the past. Moon god. Likely, actually, yeah, the Frost Moon, the science, right? Now, we recently learned of the existence of Frost Moon from Nod Cry. Interesting. Maybe we will be tying up a lot of stuff in this region or nation. So it is beautiful how it will all be connected together by the Knight of Boreas himself. Yes, I did just burp. I am sorry, I'm gassy. I had coffee and now I'm having Coca-Cola, bro. It's Coke Zero, though, so... who knows? Maybe Varka might also use Cryo along with Animo due to this connection. Okay, bro, let's not cope. Let's not... Hey, guys, let's keep it a mark here. They ain't gonna release a dual element character that's not freaking Kazu in that one cutscene or the Traveler in cutscenes, bro. They are not gonna be doing that. Maybe, I mean, at a stretch which doesn't even seem like a likely stretch now, we might get like Lunar Animo, Lunar Swirl or something like the moon elements in, but not Cryo and Animo. I don't think. Not Cryo and Animo.
Moon's a long way off.
Well, yeah, it is.
We might go hungry.
What does that mean? Do they eat the moon?
But at least we have plenty of time.
Huh. This is Yagoda, which actually people told me is pronounced like Jagoda, I think. Or Yagoda. Yagoda. She could be part of the craft shop's faction like I know. Yeah, I think it's Yagoda. Yagoda. Based on the dialogue, it seems they're waiting for the moon's alignment for something. Maybe for the tides. Maybe the moon's alignment for the tides to bring in the fish so they can eat fish. Her right hand seems to be completely mechanical. Interesting. What is that weird, like, hole for? That plug? What is that? She looks like a bat due to her hat with ears and black-colored outfit. Oh my god, that's actually quite a cute hat. I kind of like that. Yeah, she's Batgirl, bro. Also looks like moon stuff on her cape, maybe. If she acts like a bat, then did she just sleep the entire day and wake up at night? Maybe? I don't know. Perhaps the red cloth on her left arm indicates she's part of some group. We also get a look at Durin's final design ever since he transformed into a human. Bro, this motherfucker looks so lit. It is insane. It is insane. I really like the look of Durin, bro. I really do. His red eyes from his mini-Durin form seem to have turned into magenta. Actually, magenta doesn't exist. We also don't see his two big wings from the transformation cutscene. If his kit doesn't have the... I guarantee you it's going to be like Auroran's, bro, where you can hold space and it can... or something like that. But I kind of wish his wings were just always there, but obviously that's just not going to be the case. Perhaps the wings are part of his abilities and will stay hidden by default. Yeah, probably. Probably. Additionally, his entire color scheme matches the Festering Desire sword from version 1.1. Are we surprised? Are we surprised? It matches because the sword itself was forged using Durin's eyes, claws, and scales. Are we surprised? The amount of people that I've seen on Twitter being like, oh my god, guys, Durin literally looks like this sword. It's like, well, I'm glad he does, but it makes perfect sense that he would. Luckbrand, luck. Oh yeah, you can see his wings here and a tail, actually. That's a good point. Interesting, but not on the other part. Interesting, that is weird. Looking very closely at the back of his neck, he might have a pyro vision. Maybe? Wouldn't surprise me if he is pyro, in all fairness, especially because of Dragon Spine elements being very pyro enforced as well. What reason does he have to visit Not Cry? Is it to meet the rest of the Hexen Circle? I reckon Wanderer's just dragged him along, bro. Dead ass.
In that era, there was no boundary between life and death.
This looks so cool, dude.
Willpower flowed freely among countless beings. The primordial being that once ruled this planet made 3 moons rise from the earth.
Hell yeah. So it seems like the 3 moons that once orbited the planet were created using the planet itself. I think that does make a lot of sense as well, right? If you're gonna use the either the ley line, well, it would have actually probably been before ley lines and such, right? But the elements, yeah, that is interesting. The one who created them could be Nibelung, the king of dragon sovereigns, or perhaps someone even older. Yeah, I guess it would also, yeah, you're right. It would also make sense for it to be Nibelung. For YouTube chat that's confused right now, Twitch chat did say it'd be Nibelung that created them. I forgot about this mural as well. That is actually very, very true. Yeah, it could be. Has he ever been referred to as a primordial being? I guess it does make perfect sense. I just don't remember if he has. Which means the dragons are the ones who created the 3 moons of Tevat before the Heavenly Principles arrived. The no boundary between life and death might suggest that the planet originally hosted phlogiston beings. Yeah, I could see that. And also maybe phlogiston beings and then also the primordial sea, right? Which was also the plot of the Little Ones World Quest series in Natlan. Indeed it was. It was. Good quest series, by the way. Looking closer, you can see that the 2 of the 3 moon sisters had a singular horn on their head. Ooh, interesting. Did not realize that. Cool. Okay. While the third moon sister doesn't look human at all. Colombina question mark? No, I'm kidding. Although it was interesting that Colombina's description said, what was it, moon deity or something? Something like that.
It was not until the funerary year
Moon Maiden? Yeah, Moon Maiden, that's it.
Cried out in the darkness.
Oh god. This might be referred to when Nibelung brought Abyss to the planet to fight the Heavenly Principles. Yo, by the way, Kick, holy shit, my bad, bro. Lamator, thank you for the raid, dude, or the host. I appreciate it, bro. I haven't got everything set up yet for Kick. It's literally my second stream. YouTube, if you're watching this, if you ever want to watch the live streams and you don't want to get ads, you can watch on Kick. They even have a scroll bar just like YouTube. The only reason I'm not going to be streaming to YouTube is because the copyright system is absolute dog water, and there is next to zero creator protections. It's kind of insane. But Lamator, thank you so much for the raid, bro. Guys, if you're watching on Twitch as well, feel free to check out Lamator. Fantastic creator. Know the guy from Final Fantasy 14 back in the day, where I have like 2,000 hours in the game. Very nice guy. Definitely go check him out. If we can drop the link in Twitch chat, that'd be huge, guys. Alright. This might be referred to when Nibelung brought Abyss to the planet to fight the Heavenly Principles. Indeedly doodly. Here's a theory. What if the planet only has a single continent of Teyvat? Because Nibelung used the rest of the landmass to create the 3 moons. I kind of like that, dude. I kind of like that thought. I like that theory. So that'd be like using the rest of the world, the other continents, to create the moons. Oh, yeah, I do like that. I do like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. This is Kirill. This is Kirill, or just Flynn's, one of the Lightkeepers of Nordcry. As such, he's responsible for defending Nordcry against the Wild Hunt attacks launched by the Abyss. Bro, he might be a Lightkeeper, but he got to keep some of that light in his eyes because bro looks depressed as fuck. Not gonna cap. Jesus Christ. This is insane. He seems to be carrying the torch with which the Lightkeepers fight the Abyss. Oh, he looks so cool. If you look closely, he seems to have an electro vision on his lower back. Dude, the vision casing as well looks pretty sick for Nordcry, not gonna cap. Pretty goddamn cool. For some reason, both his hair color and eye color seem to match Layla's, but not his ears. What? Are we for real? Hold on. Eye color, I don't see it. I don't see it. The hair color slightly, but that's fine. The eye color, bro, this is like fucking yellow as yellow gets. And Layla's are kind of orange, right? I don't think the eye colors match. The hair, yes. The hair does. In a later scene, we see him repelling the Wild Hunt's attack with the flame from his torch. Bro looks so cool, dude. Not gonna cap. Bro looks so cool. Kinda... I saw Ziox's tweet as well, bro, saying that it kind of reminds him of Shoto. That's funny. What does this gravestone say, dude? It's a Lightkeeper one. What does this... sorry. The text on this gravestone says, in sacred tribute to Chidomia, the Arnivalkea. So it seems like Flint is visiting the grave of a relative of his in this scene. Interesting. Interesting. A relative. I mean, that could have a lot of meaning, I guess. We'd have to wait for the quest and see.
Scions again.
Here she is, bro.
A laughably futile rebellion.
Here she is. This is the 7th of Fatui Harbingers, Sandrone, the marionette, who also seems to be in Nordcry. This makes her the 3rd Harbinger in Nordcry after Dottore and Colombina. And also possibly Piero, I will say. Listen, I feel like Piero's everywhere, bro. He's probably back in fucking Snezhnaya, sat around his table being like, yeah, go do this, motherfucker, playing fucking chess with the Saritsa, the boring old fucking hag. But... He could show up, you know. Maybe he has like a summer vacation or something. We'll see. Hey, everybody's got to celebrate summer, you know. Get some time off, even if the Harbingers do only get a half a day for that kind of thing. She's the creator of Catherine, the receptionist of the Adventurers Guild. Yeah, what's interesting is Catherine has a keyhole in the back without a key or like a turn thing, and Sandrone has the wind up thing in her back. Interesting. Surprisingly, Sandrone has a huge key on her back I have not pre-watched, perhaps suggesting she herself is also a puppet. I want the actual Sandrone to be the big mechanical thing holding this puppet, please. I would love it. Or at least make that her weapon and she just pulls it out of her back, bro, and starts like fucking unlocking the constellations for us. Additionally, her appearance bears a striking resemblance to Marianne from the Fontaine's Narcissus and Kreutz Institute. Yes, it does. Maybe the real Sandrone doesn't have a body and just possesses the puppet that she creates. Oh, that'd be kind of interesting. That would be pretty cool. Marianne's appearance could be related to her past and why Sandrone chose to look like her. Yeah, Elaine Guillotine might be the big-ass robot. That'd be kind of cool. Sandrone has previously worked behind the scenes in the World Quest, questioning Melusine and answering machine. Yeah, worked behind the scenes by cutting off people's tongues. Not a joke, by the way. Actual, law accurate, dead ass. In the quest, the traveler works with a unique machine named Curve, who can detect lives. Yep, or Curve. But at the end of this quest, the NPC Jenk destroys Curve in his attempt to escape capture. And then what happened? Sandrone orders the Fatui to deal with him, after which he's found with a cut-off tongue and broken mind. Bro literally got mentally destroyed and his tongue cut out so he couldn't tell anybody about it. How fucking crazy is that? Perhaps the huge mechanical structure of Nod Cry was also built by her. I like to think that this was likely a full, like, collaboration, not just built by one person. I feel like there's no way just one person would be able to create all this, dude. I like to think this also is Dottoro's doing. Like, the generator in the middle is likely Dottore. And the Harbingers all had a part to play in this, I would think. Yeah, a bit of a collab. This machine could be related to Piero's plan of killing a god. I think it's the Death Star.
I, your loyal emissary.
I'm not joking. I think it's a moon. This is Lulma. She is the Frost Moon Scion, one of the Frost Moon Scions of Nod Cry. Hyperborea was the original place where the Frost Moon Scions once lived before relocating to Nod Cry. Indeed, it is. Which might also mean that she's related to the moons, i.e. dragons of Teyvat, assuming they created the moons. Bro, imagine this, right? Imagine the moons are what I said before. Just big-ass dragon eggs, dude. Can y'all imagine? That'd be kind of fun. I do think.
Beseech you to
cast down your gaze from the celestial dome above. If she's praying to the gods of Celestia, does that mean the heavenly principles are controlling the Frost Moon? That's a good thought, actually. Or is she praying beyond the fake sky to the last remaining moon that still orbits the planet? She has a dendro vision as seen in the previous teaser. God, the vision casing looks so sick. As she prays to the moon, her horns grow even bigger. Oh my god, they do. I'm sorry, I have gas, bro. Jesus Christ. Wait, they do. Look, they get an extra antler. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't notice that. That's so sick. Holy. And it seems like her blood is of silver color, which is very different from Teyvat's humans. Now, question, do we think this is a law thing, or do we think this is censorship? Wait, also, what says this is blood? What did she freaking do? Oh, she had the knife, right? And she... Okay, fair. Yeah, it's probably both. Probably both. Pretty cool. Perhaps the people of Hyperborea really are beings from the moon? Do you know what this specific part reminds me of, dude? You'll remember that one part where the traveler dropped into the water and was looking like they were drowning and it just never happened in game? This specific drop in the water for some reason reminds me exactly of that. That or Kingdom Hearts. But it does remind me exactly of that, dude. God damn. It's so cool.
For the story.
This character looks fucking awesome. I don't care what anybody says, dude. This is Nefa, and based on her appearance, she seems to be from Sumeru. Nefa? Yeah, okay. Funny way to spell a pep, gamer. Funny way to spell a pep. You can see what appears to be a dendro vision on her back. Interesting. Dendro, huh? A pep. Very interesting. Everything about her suggests that she's a snake. There's even fangs in her mouth. What is a snake but a serpent, but a dragon, sovereign, a pep? If the Dendro Dragon of Pet would... Okay, bro. Hey, listen, Base, I'm not alone, dude. If the Dendro Dragon of Pet were to take a human form, this is similar to what I expected a lot like. Base, I have not pre-watched. This video came out while I was live, I'm pretty sure. However, a pet dislikes humans a lot, so taking a human form is the last thing she'd ever do. Well, yes, but here's the thing. But, there's a possibility that she just said, fuck it, for the greater good, right? I believe. What if Nuvalet was just like, yo, Pep, come on now, stop being such a fucking dumbass. Let's just get this shit done. Those motherfuckers up there, you want to fuck them up? We can fuck them up together, but you gotta put your fucking ego aside and at least wear the skin of a skinwalker. Like, I think they could do it. Nefa doesn't seem to be related to the academia, so it will be interesting to know her origins in Sumeru. True.
Beyond the moonlight's reach.
Oh, here we are, baby.
An ancient shadow
Crystal Fly Nicole.
Haunting claws, taking aim at the stars.
Nicole could be suggesting that Nibelung will return to Teyvat. I would pay for this shit, bro. Oh my god. That'd be so sick. Actually, that's a lie. I will not pay for it. I'm free to play now. Or perhaps it is someone else equally ancient that's aiming for Teyvat. Ooh, equally ancient, huh? Colombina's first scene shows her extremely unique shoes with levitating heels. Yeah, I didn't actually pick up on this, but it is very, very cool. And it does make sense, guys. Listen, if she is the Moon Maiden, as we can see the big-ass moon here, it would make sense. So she's probably going to be Hydro. And I feel like because she's the Moon Maiden, she can control the tides, right? So she can manipulate water, or Hydro at least, very fucking well. So I reckon her shoes are probably literally just her manipulating Hydro. It's very cool. Her design in general is pretty sick, dude. W pause. Why are y'all so obsessed with feet, bro? Like, you know what? You do you. It's fine. Perhaps she's also the one singing in this scene. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I gathered this just from the first ever Fatui trailer that we got. I think it makes a lot of sense. The third of Fatui Harbingers, codenamed Damslet, is introduced as Moon Maiden in this teaser. Which means she's closely related to the dragons, assuming Nibelung created the 3 moons. True. So introducing us to the dragons and their civilization in Natlan seems to have been in preparation. In preparation for Not Cry. Both Wanderer and Child have warned the traveler to be wary of Colombina. Bro, I'm so excited to see what she's like. Now, listen, this might be the only situation where I'm like, listen, Hoyo, I would really, really love for you to just keep her as evil as everybody makes her out to be. Don't give her a fucking redemption. Listen, keep her fucking maniacal batshit crazy. I'm telling you. Like, we will love her just as much, if not more. If not more. I'm telling you. Like, for the love of... Also, give her a fucking Claymore. Make it the first Hydro Claymore. Make it a lore reason. Kind of like the Favonius weapon series, how there's lore reasons certain ones don't exist. Make it a lore reason. Maybe she was like, you know what? I am the last moon child. Only I get to do this. Bro, I will save. If that gets confirmed, like, right fucking now, and we know it's going to happen in 6 months, I will save up for her and pull only for her. Listen, it would be awesome. I want an evil character, bro. The Pale Star Edict, enacted by Snezhnaya to bring her back, could also be initiated by the Saritsa herself. Bob, I'll check just after this. Hold on. Her design resembles that of angels or Seelie, further suggesting the two are related to moons.
In the water, the future
mirrors the past. You know what's really interesting about that? Something I'll show you guys in a second. Studying the reflections in Teyvat is said to be the key to understanding the world. Mona and Barbalos hydromancy relies on the reflection of stars in their methods. True? While there's also legends of how the symbols on ruin gods were created by looking at world's reflections. Ooh, that... I don't think I've heard that before, but that could be kind of cool. Another thing this line could refer to is the theory of Teyvat having a cyclical past. Yeah, that's 100%. I think that's pretty much confirmed at this point, to be honest. The Veil of Lies is slipping. Time is short.
Time is short.
Bum, bum, bum.
The moon's fall is nigh.
Oh my goodness, dude. Another small detail you can see. A crescent moon in the middle of every flower. God, it's so sick. And then it turns red into a blood moon? Interesting. Looks like some light is keeping up the last moon of Teyvat in the sky. Could it be that all 3 moons were destroyed in the past? Oh, that's an interesting thought. And the legend of 2 moons being destroyed was a lie from the start? I'd kind of like that. That would be pretty sick. Colombina seems to already know the truth about this, which may be the reason why she's not leaving Not Cry. Perhaps she plans to save Teyvat from the final moon's fall and see it as her duty as the Moon Maiden. Maybe the red flowers represent the fall of this final moon and perhaps the moon's true appearance. The Crimson Moon. However, this final moon is also the Frost Moon that the Frost Moon Scions of Not Cry worship. Yeah, maybe they'll go fucking insane when they realize it was all a lie. Since the moon is destined to fall, is that why this is called Song of the Welkin Moon? Yeah, more than likely. Because it will be the new 4th moon that will rise to illuminate Teyvat's night skies. Bro, I'm telling you, I reckon the new moon that is going to illuminate Teyvat's skies, I would not be surprised if it's the fucking Death Star. The Pale Star Edict, the Death Star that the Fatui Harbingers are currently creating. And it could be Colombina, yeah. Or Paimon, hopefully. Maybe Colombina herself plans to become the new 4th moon. I have not pre-watched, I swear to God. I'm good at this.
Here at last.
Alice, bro.
Things look even messier than last time.
Oh my goodness. Alice seems to have arrived in Not Cry on a boat, perhaps from Dormant Port of Mondstadt. She's the leader of the Hexen Circle, the sustainer of the world's borders. And most importantly, Klee's mother. Most importantly, she's a mother. True. You can even spot a Dodoko in her hair. We can see that she has a pyro vision, long ears and blonde hair, just like Klee. Indeed. According to Klee, both of her parents are famous adventurers, so her husband is probably out there somewhere. 100%. This is assuming Klee isn't lied to by Alice and turns out Klee's just a clone or orphan and the story is made up. I could see this being the case. I really fucking hope it's not the case, though. I feel like Alice could be a badass mom, dude. Carrying Klee, the fucking bomb destruction child in her womb for 9 months would be fucking crazy. I would love that to be the case, but it is also a fucking gacha game, and some fans that get absolutely become absolute pissants if it turns out their character had canonical sex with another character. Like, it just is what it is. So I could see it either way, to be honest. Could see it either way. Now that I think about it, Klee could just be Alice's younger self, in which case her parents would be Alice's parents. It definitely could be the case. It'd be so fucking boring though, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The note in our hand says Aralos, Solnari, and Canon. Yeah, so when I watched this video, I thought it could be the 3 Moon Sisters, Aria, Sonnet, and Canon. And it looks like it still technically could be in a way, right? Aralos, Solnari, and Canon do sound like Aria, Sonnet, and Canon. But also, Solnari was what Reria was referred to as during the Deansleeve quest last year, right? So we might be coming across some more sinners, baby. We might be coming across some more sinners, which will be interesting. Which is referring to the names of the 3 Moon Sisters, Aria, Sonnet, and Canon. Yes, indeed. I'm pretty sure Reria was also like known as the Moon Hunter, right, or something like that. Hunter of the Moon, yeah.
Miss Alice. Shall we begin?
Hell yeah, Albedo. Looks like she's in Not Cry for an important mission with Albedo. Yes, it does.
There's no rush, and I'd like to catch up with an old friend first.
This old friend could be referring to either Varka or perhaps Nicole. Yeah, it could be either. Could be either. Maybe one of the two sent her this message on the paper. What do we think about the random ass crow, by the way? Because I don't think it's a random ass crow. I think it's definitely going to be something very important. But I'm still trying to decide on what. Don't think it's going to be Odin. Then again, she could be meeting some other Hexen Circle mage or perhaps even a sinner. True. Alice's contacts are just too vast that it might turn out to be just some merchant like how she knows Dory in Sumeru. I guess it could be, yeah, true. You can see a full design from the front in this shot. Yeah, but show us it from above, the bird's eye view of Alice, because holy fuck, bro. Come on, show us it. Come on.
And you, young man?
Yes?
Let's part ways here. I have an old score of my own to settle.
Now, give me a sec.
Ways here.
Guys.
I have an old score of my own to...
You'll see the reflection here, right? You'll see the reflection. Because this is Wanderer, and this is not Wanderer. Goddamn.
Settle.
There's only one reason Wanderer came to Not Cry, for his revenge against Dottore. Yeah, I misspoke in my original reaction. I said Piero, but what I meant was a throwback to the quest where Wanderer and Piero were talking about Dottore. Yeah, it was obviously going to be Dottore. Seeing both Albedo and Wanderer in Not Cry finally explains why Durin is here too. Yeah, he just got dragged along, bro. Maybe Durin is tagging along since Albedo is the one who looks after him and Wanderer taught him about Tevat. Yeah. Oh, God. Wait, but Dottore not even gonna recognize him, though. Brother. Brother, listen. Listen. Are we so fucking for real right now? Bro puts on some glasses and a fake mustache, and Dottore, of all people, is not gonna remember what, like, recognize. Come the fuck on, bro. It's like Paimon putting on the fucking detective goggles and people being like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck? There's 2 fucking fairies in the game now? Come on. He dead ass says, pay attention to Wanderer's reflection in the waters. Boom, boom, boom. No, but the Irminsul? Yeah, but the thing is, in terms of Irminsul, dude, Dottore is like the one character I've always, well, maybe not the one character, but one of many characters that I've always been like, Irminsul is such a weirdly complicated thing, and then we know about Dottore burning the Irminsul, which hasn't happened yet. But also, like, would the segments be would the segments be affected by that? And the segments are gone now, of course, but that doesn't mean he couldn't have easily like left a reference, because I feel Dottore is one of the smartest motherfuckers, man. Dottore is one of the smartest motherfuckers. And the thing is, if the whole Irminsul thing erased the Balladeer entirely, then what the fuck is this? Fuck is this talking about, bro? Because why would we even see this? Surely somebody remembers the Balladeer's past. I think it does. I think somebody, even if it's Alice, I feel like it's not like a far-fetched thing to say that Dottore could somehow recall Wanderer. Yeah. Shows up with his old outfit as Scaramouche, the Balladeer.
The future mirrors the
Us? Yeah, of course, but that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be the end of... It's not the most far-fetched thing in the world to say that Dottore could easily find out about the Balladeer's past, even if he didn't come up with the way to do that in the past, before he deleted the segments and before the Ermin Solar Erasure. But, bro, the Fatui are so fucking clever. Dottore is one of the smartest motherfuckers in the Harbinger lineup, bro. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Nothing's confirmed yet, so we just don't know. Just peak foreshadowing. Yep. Exactly what Colombina says here, bro. In the water, the future mirrors the past. The future mirrors the past. Just peak foreshadowing. I can't wait for Nod Cry after this. Let me know what you're most hyped for. Everything, bro. Everything. I'm pretty excited for the fucking lot. It is insane. Let me get this link for y'all. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also check out Cat with Blue Hat. Link down below in the description.